tried to tell her to stop, but she wouldn't listen. But there was just nothing we can do.
She's crazy!
It is October 11th. The year is 2016. A day that began like any normal day for the 5th graders of Mr. Wadsworth's class.
Mr. W is one of our favorite teachers. He's usually very organized and manages the class very well. But I think at the end of the day, he had an emergency.
Around 2:40 p.m., Mr. George Wadsworth received a phone call. A call that would change his and his students' lives forever.
Well, he got the call, and he looked really worried, so he left Sandy in charge.
With her teacher leaving a class of 20 students behind, 10-year-old Sandy was burdened with a huge responsibility.
Yes, he did leave me in charge, and the class was a little rowdy at first, but then she... It wasn't my fault.
With no authority figure in sight, and a 10-minute window before the final bell, 11-year-old Suzanne saw her opportunity to strike.
Hey, let's play some tricks on Mr. W.
No, Suzanne, put those tacks back. You know what's wrong. It's going to hurt him.
Oh, lighten up, Sandy. He'll never know, will he?
It's wrong.
Only if you get caught.
Grabbing several tacks, Suzanne strategically scattered them on Mr. Wadsworth's chair and glued the pages of the textbook together.
Leave George alone. Mr. W is going to be so angry with me.
Sandy, I thought we were friends.
We are.
Well, friends keep each other's secrets. And there won't be a problem if I don't get caught.
But Mr. W trusts me, and now he's going to punish the entire class.
So that's when we all noticed what she was doing. She grabbed the permanent marker and started writing all over it. I tried to tell her that you can't erase it, but she wouldn't listen.
The whole class could see what she was doing, but she wouldn't stop.
Well, we were waiting for Sandy to do something, but Suzanne threatened her and called her a narc, so she didn't do anything.
She asked to walk home with me, and I said no, and that's when she said it.
You're going to narc on me, aren't you?
I said I wasn't. And I said she needs to fess up, but she wouldn't understand that she did something wrong.
It's just a joke.
So, Mrs. Leary, what happened with Sandy?
Well, that poor little girl came to me after school, and she came and asked me to borrow some rubbing alcohol. Yes, that's what it was. She said it was to clean off the marker board, I think. But I said, honey, you don't need to worry about that. You run on home. The custodian will clean it up.
See, I thought I could clean it up before Mr. W got back, but it was just too late. I couldn't do it.
I understand when you went back to your classroom, you were very upset to see what you found.
I could hardly believe it. I was only gone for a few minutes and the classroom was a mess. There was permanent marker on the board, a hamster swimming in my desk. My desk was soaked. All of my teaching material was ruined. And did I mention the hamster?
I couldn't tell him who it was. I didn't want to be a narc.
Mr. Wadsworth's poor judgment in leaving a 5th grader in charge of his classroom not only resulted in damaged property and an abused classroom pet, but has caused a young student like Sandy to face challenges in her social development that she was not prepared for. In a society where peer pressure reigns, relationship with one's peers is an important part of identity development, and in adolescent years, one might say, is even more important than an academic identity. Teachers should take note in preparing their students to face moral dilemmas. They are not only able to control a classroom, but have the influence to change the world.